Joining me now is Mike, the president of Performance Marketing Jobs. How you doing this morning?
Doing well, doing well.
Day one was good for you?
Yeah, day one was fantastic. We did some networking at the meat markets, met with quite a few of my clients, my recruitment clients, talked to some companies that are looking for talent. And today's another day.
So it sounds like day one was very productive.
Day one was packed,
Yeah.
and exhibitor hall is open now, so I'm going to be talking with quite a few folks today as well.
All right, continuing strong. So can you tell us a little bit about Performance Marketing Jobs?
Sure. We actually launched 7 years ago at Affiliate Summit, and we won Service of the Year at the Pinnacle Awards 2018. We were finalists the year before, and basically we offer headhunting services to a lot of the leading companies in the space, and we help them find and land talent for some of their key positions like affiliate managers, online media buyers, business development people, senior management, account managers, and so on.
So you're helping the industry get hired, pretty much.
We're helping grow the industry.
Yeah.
I always like to joke, we help the industry grow one employer and one candidate at a time.
Nice. And I think Josh said that you helped him get his job.
Yeah,
at
a long
OfferVault.
time ago. Yeah, he was one of the original unicorns that I helped land. So
That's great. The story behind that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So currently, what are some trends that you're noticing in the space right now?
The biggest trends that I see is that there's a huge push towards e-commerce. Back last year, I went to Performance Live in London, and they also had the influencer marketing show there as well. And almost everybody there was looking for solid e-commerce oriented products to be promoting. A lot of companies in the space are moving away from trial to straight sale.
Right.
And there's just more of a focus on the influencer marketing industry as well.
Definitely, social media is so big.
Yeah, and we actually just launched influencermarketingjobs.com as well. So we're going to be pretty heavy in that space as well. So if you're looking for influencer marketing oriented talent, then definitely give me a call.
Influencermarketingjobs.com. You got to look that up.
Yeah.
And you're actually not the first person to mention e-commerce and straight sale. So definitely would say those are some emerging trends, and that's been a common answer.
Yeah,
actually.
Absolutely. Because obviously over the years, there's always been challenges in different offer categories. Everything from ringtones to diet trial type of stuff. The FTC gets involved,
Right.
and the rules change, and it becomes a lot more difficult to get legitimate sales and solid lifetime value on the customers. So a lot of e-commerce oriented providers now are looking for pure straight sale oriented type of relationships with affiliates and performance marketing agencies, affiliate networks, and so on.
So I'm sure you might come across a lot of people who are new to the industry, and for anyone out there who is new to the industry and watching, what is the best piece of advice that you could offer?
Probably for myself is always think in the mindset of the employer. Like, would they hire you? And if your resume is very task and responsibility oriented versus accomplishment oriented, then you're probably not going to get a lot of interviews. So you really need to figure out why you are the solution to their hiring problem, and why you are a top 3 candidate for that position versus a top 20 candidate. And it's your job essentially to sell yourself.
That's great advice for anyone who's applying for jobs, I think. And it's very true. Think about what the employer is looking for and how you can pretty much satisfy that.
And a lot of people use very generic resumes, and they use the same resume to apply to a very diversified set of positions. And that's probably one of the biggest errors that I see is that if you really want that position, then you need to go through the company bio, you need to look through the job description, you need to figure out what the fit is. And just imagine that you're in an elevator with a hiring manager and you have literally 12 seconds to convince them that you're a great candidate.
Right.
And that's how you need to write your resume, is that you're doing that elevator pitch.
And it kind of has that customization towards the company.
Absolutely.
Instead of just some one that they know you're sending to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said before, like, you have to showcase that you have a track record for delivering revenue and profit, and you have the type of relationships that they need, the book of business that they need to grow their business, because they're making that hire typically to get incremental revenue or profit growth, and you need to present yourself as the solution to that need.
That's a great way to put it. You heard it here first, folks. So now we are in a new year. We just closed out a decade. What do you think are going to be the biggest opportunities for 2020 and even beyond?
Probably the hottest positions that I see in the industry right now are Facebook media buyers.
Okay.
Because of the e-commerce element. Obviously, there's a massive consumer base on Facebook, and the targeting is obviously extremely, it's exceptional. They tinkered a little bit, and the rules have changed a little bit, but Facebook media buyers are probably the hottest thing out there. Okay. The biggest thing for employers is that what they should be focusing on is focusing on the talent level of the candidates versus the location of the candidates. I actually put out a white paper to my clients last year, and one of the comparisons that I made was, imagine if you're trying to build a professional sports team, but you're only allowed to recruit from people that were within a commutable distance of the stadium. Your team would be not the best possible team. And the example that I used was Tom Brady. Yeah. So Tom Brady is obviously, he's the GOAT, but Tom Brady is actually from the Oakland area. So he would have played for the Raiders and not for the Patriots.
It's crazy to even think about.
So you should focus on finding out which revenue focused positions that you can hire remote people from, because there's absolutely incredible talent that's available in the suburbs of major cities, and they're folks that are intermediate to experienced, but they don't want to commute even to their own city. So they're looking for remote, and remote is the number one thing that candidates are asking me for. They want remote opportunities.
That's definitely the future of, I think, the workforce. Everyone wants to work remotely, and especially in this industry, you don't have to be in the same state with somebody.
It doesn't really matter where you sit. Yeah. And there's so many studies out there that that prove that a remote employee is actually more productive than a in-house employee.
Why is that?
Well, you got to think of all the distractions, right?
Very true.
Myself, I've been working remote for about 8 years now, and I work, I have a wife and a busy life, and 2 kids that are in school and all kinds of activities. But during the day, my house is completely empty, and I'm focused on cranking out, as much activity as possible.
Right.
And when you're in the office, it's the whole water cooler, mentality, and that's why if you're in an office, just look around and see how many people have their earbuds in, or they have their headphones. They're listening to music, or they have their their earbuds in to avoid distractions and people popping by their desk because they want to be productive. They want to make money. And that's one of the reasons why, especially if you're in a revenue-focused position like sales or affiliate management or media buying, that you want that person plugged in as long as possible.
Right.
And
full attention, full focus.
Yeah, full attention. And obviously, if they're in the office, there's just so many distractions that slow them down, and they're not as productive as they could be.
Very true. I feel like some people might think the opposite, but you make some good points. It also all comes down to, I guess, self-discipline. To work remote, you have to be. Yeah,
you definitely. I wouldn't recommend hire junior candidates for remote positions. But one of the things, having been in the industry for over 10 years, is the people who are at intermediate to experienced, they have the type of book of business, be it relationships with publishers or with advertisers or merchants, they have that book of business, and that's typically what employers want to get.
Right.
But they're the people who they love the work, and they just want the time and the space to concentrate and get as much work done as possible, so that they can make the maximum amount of money. Right. They want to write their own paychecks, and those people are the ones that they're basically turnkey hires, because you hire them, they showcase on social media that they're now working for your company. People reach out, they want to know, what do you have, what can we start running, what can we start working together on? And those people are very successful at working remotely because they love the work and they just want to focus on being productive.
Definitely think that is key. And with any type of position, you got to be passionate about it because that just makes you motivated to want to do the work.
Yeah.
Definitely. Lastly, for those out there who are looking for jobs in this industry, how can they reach out to you? How can they connect with performance marketing jobs?
Probably the easiest way to reach me is either on Facebook, or you can send me an email. My email is hire. It's hire at Performance Marketing Jobs. So it's hire, HIRE, at performancemarketingjobs.com.
Great. Eddie Grand, Mike from performancemarketingjobs.com. We will see you guys at the next conference.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.